you are coming in with the Two of Cups. Oh, shit. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm already wanting to reach for the wine. So, the Two of Cups. The emotional bonding between two people. This suggests a relationship. And with that Five of Pentacles, I'm wondering if maybe there isn't a worry here of a rejection. Now, what is crossing you? The Knight of Swords. Seeing that with, oh my goodness, with what you're coming in with, I almost feel like, you know, I don't see this as you being reckless or impulsive, but I feel like, you know, out of this fear of rejection, like with a possible relationship, you're like charging forward like, oh, hell no, you know, I'm going for this. Man, oh man. We haven't even gotten into the love readings and this is already surrounding a relationship. My goodness. The Knight of Swords. Now, you know, for this deck, when you see the Knight of Swords, it's saying that now is not the time for planning. It's the time for action. Where the Knight of Pentacles is like methodical planning. This is going for it. Charging forward. Being active on what it is that you want. Now, you know, as a hindrance, this could be you charging into something arrogantly. But, you know, seeing the Two of Cups and then thinking about us being a water sign and this fear of rejection, it's like if there is an opportunity to have emotional bonding with another person, this is you going for it. The conscious mind, the Eight of Cups. So, seeing that Five of Pentacles and the conscious mind being focused on the Eight of Cups, it's like walking away from what isn't fulfilling you anymore. You know, and this could potentially be you walking away from a relationship. It's possible, it's possible. Or you charging into a new relationship because your conscious mind is focused on the fact that what you've built is no longer fulfilling you. The Eight of Cups has this feeling of already being emotionally done with the situation and needing to take a new path. And that's what's happening with the Knight of Swords. And it's surrounding relationship. And there's this fear of rejection. The subconscious mind, the devil. My God, what the hell? So the subconscious mind is telling you that you need to stop chaining yourself to limiting thoughts and beliefs, which goes back to the Five of Pentacles. If it's more about the fear of losing anything, then yeah, the devil is saying that you got to stop chaining yourself to that. And then not only that, but with the Eight of Cups, if you are in an unfulfilling relationship, it is time to walk away from it. That's the immediate feeling. The devil, you know, again, we do it because things are familiar to us and we think that it's bringing us fulfillment, but truly it's not. And the power there is that you have the choice. You can choose to stay chained to the things that are limiting you, or you can release yourself from it. And again, it's involving a relationship. The past coming through. The Queen of Cups, which is Scorpio. To me, this is the perfect card for Scorpio. Emotionally intuitive. This is you getting back to who you are, and it makes me think that maybe some of you are looking at a relationship and thinking that this is enough. So, you know, and then this could also suggest another water sign coming through. Now, I mean, you know, there's some different ways here to look at this. We'll have to see what unfolds. But, you know, this could suggest you tapping back into who you are. But then the other thing, too, with the Queen of Cups is that her versus the King. She can get too emotionally involved in other people's problems and their emotions. which is so much the truth, it's not even funny. But, you know, I really feel like, especially with the Eight of Cups being there, that, you know, you're really tapping back into who you are and realizing that what is not emotionally fulfilling you anymore needs to be done with, especially with the Devil sitting there. Because if there is this feeling of rejection or fear of rejection, then yeah, the Knight of Swords is definitely helping you to charge forward on a new path. But, you know, again, the subconscious mind knows better. It knows better. You're chaining yourself to things that are going to limit you. The Eight of Cups is saying that, no, we need to walk away from this. It's almost like emotionally you're done, but still there's like this feeling of you not quite walking away yet. Like, you know you need to. But with the Devil sitting there, it's like you're still kind of just sticking with it, even though emotionally you're like, ugh. Right? And it's good to see the Queen of Cups coming through, because that's, again, you tapping into that emotional, intuitive nature, knowing that these things are no longer fulfilling you. And if it has to do with a relationship, you know, it may be time to walk away. But then again, with what's going on there, it could suggest that, you know, you're wanting to charge into something a little bit more emotionally fulfilling. Because again, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups talks about needing to come together. This isn't a time to separate, you know? But with what's surrounding this, it's like you could be charging into a new relationship because what's going on is not fulfilling you. And it could be with another water sign, or this is you tapping back into who you are and walking away from what is not fulfilling you anymore. Man, oh man. Your next move, the Ten of Cups. Seeing that to me is saying that you are definitely headed to something that is going to be more emotionally fulfilling for you. Because this is truly what you want out of the Two of Cups. Not to feel emotionally weighed down. Now, you know, and then the other way to see this too with the Ten of Cups sitting there is that if you have an opportunity to have an emotionally fulfilling relationship, you need to get rid of that fear of rejection. You got to walk away from the things that are holding you back, those limiting thoughts and beliefs, because, you know, emotionally you're done. You're done, and you know better. You know better. You're wanting to charge into emotional fulfillment, absolute bliss. Which is perfect, perfect. The way that you are projecting yourself. Oh, shit. Yeah, I gotta have some wine. I love this Death card. I'm actually thinking about getting this tattooed on me. This thing is just gorgeous. Death. You are projecting yourself as yourself. Death is the card of Scorpio. And as you can see in this card, he's getting ready to cut that cord out with the old, in with the new. This is death and transformation on a very deep spiritual level. And out of the Devil, that is exactly what you need to be doing. Here again is another death cycle. And it's continuous. It's continuously happening. With everything that we experience for Scorpio, we have to really rip apart and digest these experiences and the emotions behind them. And it changes us. Constantly changes us. But seeing that as what you're projecting is telling me that, you know, again, you know, emotionally you know that what is going on is not fulfilling. It's not fulfilling. And there may be potential here to have something more fulfilling. My goodness. In your environment, the Four of Pentacles, what the hell are you hanging on to, and why? What is it that you're hanging on to? Why is it that you're hanging on to it? Because clearly here, again, you're hanging on to something that's no good for you. It's no good. You gotta walk away from this. The Four of Pentacles, immediately when I see this, it's you hanging on to something, again, that's not fulfilling you. It's no good for you. But why? Why? You know, with death sitting there, you can't do that. You can't do that to yourself. Don't hang on to these feelings of rejection or fear of rejection. You can't do that. Not if there is potential here for you to have something so much better. You got to look at the shit that you're hanging on to. And I feel like it has to do with limiting thoughts and beliefs surrounding a relationship. Your hopes and your fears, and yes, I love this card. This is so me. This is so me in the summertime. The Nine of Pentacles. Enjoying what you have in your life. Enjoying the opportunities that are coming through to you. I love it. I love seeing that, because to me, there's going to be some security out of what you're dealing with here. But you got to look at what you're hanging on to, because you got to let that shit go. Because what would have been the point of the death cycle if you're just going to continue to chain yourself to the shit that is emotionally dragging you down? You can't do that. The Nine of Pentacles and your hopes and your fears is telling me that you're going to get to a point where you're going to achieve something here out of the death cycle. You're going to go back to that feeling of enjoying what you have in your life. And again, there's potential here. I mean, look at it. To have something so much more fulfilling. And the outcome... Shit. Oh, I should have waited on that line. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. Seeing that in the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, my shit. That is beautiful. Emotional fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. And the important thing with this card to me every time I see it is, what does that look like to you? Does it look like a more emotionally fulfilling relationship? Possibly. Possibly. But you got to let go of what is not fulfilling you anymore, because truly this is what you want. It is what you want. Emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness, wish fulfillment. Yes, yes, yes. It's beautiful. So I think the big thing for Scorpio in March is you have to look at, first of all, your relationship. If it is weighing you down, then maybe it's time to rethink why you're hanging on to this. If you have potential for a new relationship, then it is all the way, go for it. But you got to get rid of that fear of rejection. You can't carry around that limiting thought, you know. And the other thing with this card, too, when you look at this deck, it says, you know, are you going to be welcomed by the people in that home, or are you going to be rejected? You don't know. You're not sure. There may be a light at the end of the tunnel here. You know, but really I feel like there's this fear of rejection. And it explains why you may be hanging on to something that isn't fulfilling you anymore. All right, we're going to push our luck, and we're going to get a clarifier on this Nine of Cups. Perfect, perfect. The Ace of Pentacles. Security. And the big thing too here is you cannot let these opportunities pass you by. And with the Two of Cups being you and coming through with this could suggest, again, a secure and fulfilling relationship. Wow, Scorpio, shit. Yeah. So, absolutely. What have you outgrown? Oh my goodness. Let me pull the book up because I really want to drive the point home here, because I think I need it too. Growth. This card is asking that this may be a time for change in your life. Embark on a new enterprise and learn a skill. Most importantly, grow. What have I outgrown? Am I willing to become independent? This is about taking a stand, living your truth, and teaching by example. So, I really feel like here you're out of this death cycle, you're going to have some growth here. When it comes to letting go of the shit that is holding you back. And more importantly, taking a stand for yourself and what you truly want. Instead of having this fear of rejection, what does wish fulfillment look like to you? What does this look like? What does this feel like? That is what you need to be looking at too with the death cycle. And let go of the things that are holding you back. Okay, Scorpio, so, man, oh man. It is really time to look at what it is that you're hanging on to as far as limiting thoughts and beliefs, because I really feel like what's happening here is that there's this fear of rejection when it comes to the things that you want in your life, and it may have to do with a relationship. Now, on the other hand, again, you have the power to release yourself from these limiting thoughts and beliefs, but I feel like what's happening here is that there may be something that is no longer fulfilling you, that you need to walk away from, but it's like you're hanging on to it. But why? The subconscious mind is telling you that it's probably because you think it's familiar and it's comfortable to you, but it is hurting you. Now, it may have to do with a relationship, but seeing what I'm seeing going across here, I feel like you really start to tap back into who you are, emotionally intuitive. You know that you're going to have to go through this death cycle and get rid of the shit that's holding you back, because what you're wanting to charge forward into is something that is more fulfilling, and it could be a more fulfilling relationship. Now, when you let go of the things that are holding you back, where you come out at is unreal. Looking at wish fulfillment, what does that look like for you? And it looks like the Nine of Pentacles. Because it being in your hopes and your fears, yes, and I love this card. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles, you have to remember that you cannot let these opportunities pass you by. You cannot do that, because otherwise, you're just going to stay stuck in this. Dealing with something that you're already emotionally done with. So why not charge forward into something new? And that, with growth, both of them to me is like a change of scenery. Needing to see something new in your life. Maybe a possible move. And again, I still feel like looking at the 10 and the 9 and then seeing you come in with the 2 of Cups, it's like, are you fearing a rejection regarding a new relationship? There's so many different ways to look at this, but I really feel like, with the Queen of Cups and Death showing up, you're really going to tap back into who you are. You're going to cut that cord on the things that are limiting you. And rise from those ashes and create yourself anew here, and start really following that emotional fulfillment that you're truly wanting to experience. Now, the path to prison. Again, there is this overwhelming feeling that you're staying stuck in the past because it may be comfortable for you, right? But you know that it is not fulfilling you. And again, let go. You gotta let go of it. You gotta look at the shit that you're hanging on to, because it will hold you back. And this being in your environment is saying, hey, we need to be done with this. And again, the subconscious mind knows, it always knows better. You have the power to release yourself from the things that are weighing you down.